train, and without the approval of the council, if I must.
Why not defiance I sent you? Ingratitude. Agree with you, the council does. Your apprentice.
What's up, everybody? Telecommunications. That first song is called Sing the Sorrow. We don't write stuff about trying to be the most brutal band ever. We don't sing about religion or politics. We sing about our lives, I guess. That song's about my daughter. She passed away, and it's about my deep depression about that.
Well, it started off, me and my longtime friend Mel moved up here from Indianapolis, and always had the same interest in types of metal and music, you know, always played guitar together. And really, we were wanting to make a metal band for a long time there, even in Indy, but we just never did it there. But he moved up here with me, we put out, you know, some ads, that's how we found Brandon and Scott. And after that, we just took off. We got Brandon in here first, seeing what he could do. His actual tryout song was Lemon Meringue Tub, a Dance Gavin Dance. So that's not really what we sound like, but you know, we like all different types of music.
I was just looking around, I missed being in a band, and I looked around, funny enough, it was through Craigslist. I found an ad by the guitar players, Ian and Mel, and I liked what it said, and I contacted them, and then I went and practiced with them one day, and then I believe Scott did the same exact thing, and then we all came back together at one group, and then that's how it started.
Yeah, I found him on Craigslist also, and I called him up. I called the number, and I said, hey. And he said, hey, I'm talking to this cat, and I ended up coming over here. Brought a friend with me because I was a little sketched out because it was on Craigslist. And I met these guys, and I'm thinking, well, these guys, maybe they're good or maybe they're not. So we get in here and we start to jam.
And then after Mel departed, I have my best friend Spencer come in, and he already had a prior music background, so it was really easy for him to pick up the pieces. And now we're writing great music.
Ian and I had been friends for like probably 3 years, and I also knew Mel pretty well. We were all sort of best friends, and I knew that they were really into the whole metal type of music, and being beginner guitarist. When I first started out, I wasn't so into the metal stuff. I was more like Jimi Hendrix and the Doors, Pink Floyd and whatnot. And when I found out that Mel was going to depart, but before I found out that, I had always sort of wanted to jam with them and whatnot and have 3 guitars, and I was like, man, I want to be in this band. Of Creations is awesome. So I came to a lot of their shows and everything. And then one day Mel departed, and I was like, hey, I know some of the parts. I'll fill in. It's not going to be the same, but it's something. And that was a Lions Club show with Creating Constellations. And I think we held it together pretty well. And after that, I tried out some more and learned some more stuff, and then ended up in the band.
Here, and I'm playing drums so we can start this band, but we don't have a vocalist. So the vocalist, he came in afterward. We started out, we had a vocalist, didn't work out. We had another vocalist, didn't work out. Vocalist number 3. This wasn't happening. All right, vocalist number 4. It's my man Chris, and he made it happen. Best guy we've had in here. He's our permanent filler. Can never replace. Chris leaves the band, we're done. We're done. Game over. Nobody's replacing that. He's a magical man.
Chris Sloan, and I'm the vocalist. I'm back.
Edit that out. No cursing in this. No cursing.
I was posting about another, my other band. We were playing in Indy, so I was at a website and I was posting that we were playing in Indy, and stumbled across a Craigslist ad from Scott over here about needing a vocalist for a metalcore band in Muncie. And metalcore is what I do, and I live in Muncie, so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna hit these guys up. And I hit him up. Within 30 minutes, he replied, got his number that day, came and tried out, and chatted with the guys for a little bit, and I knew right then and there that this is where I wanted to be. I don't like the whole look. I don't like anybody telling me how to dress, for one. My old metal band I was in actually did that. They would be like, we're all going to wear camo shorts and white beaters. And at the day of the show, they'd all be mad at me because I'd show up in a no t-shirt, a beanie, and blue jeans. Because I'm in a metal band. Nobody's supposed to tell me what to do, But when I think of Creations, I think of like creating yourself. Creating of everything, creating of the universe. If you're creating yourself, you should be allowed to have your own creative mind. That nobody should be able to tell you, hey, this is what you're gonna wear, because that's not what you want to do. That's what somebody else is telling you to do. I go to work 6 days a week for 12 hours for somebody to do that. This is my time. This is what I want to do, and nobody's gonna tell me otherwise.
If you want to be like, if you want to pigeonhole it, it would be metalcore, but it's more than just that. I mean, we have the heavy parts. Like metalcore in general is known for like being aggressive one part, and then like the chorus is being all clean and poppy, and like we do that to an extent. But I think I like to think we take our own spin to it. I mean, yeah, the parts are heavy, but
yeah,
like
we have some deathcore aspects to it with some of Chris's pig squeals and growls. I don't know if that's a technical term, but
like
he adds a little
we
bit
throw
of
more melody to it. There's more melody to it, and when you're in a genre that's oversaturated, we definitely throw our own twist on it. We have more melodies, more actual guitar riffs as opposed to straight just playing patterns. And as far as vocally, at least when it comes to Chris's melodies, he's more than just the typical like mid-range. He's got a little bit of everything from like, and that's from his background, which I think that helps sets us apart.
He's got the highs, he's got the lows, some mids.
As far as the lyrical content, you'll have to ask him that question.
Yeah, but we do like I know it's generic, but we do some breakdowns, but we try and keep it original. We say we're suckers for a good breakdown, but I mean that happens. People are still doing it. We're trying to set ourselves apart from everyone else.
We try to make a lot more to our music. Scott has some nice fills. I try to write as many guitar parts that I can to really just fill the space, so it's not just emptiness, and just write on it like a canvas that is continually edited.
The sound is amazing. It's actually, if you mix Under Oath with some Black Dahlia Murder with some Woe Is Me, I guess, and you got some Love Creations. I write about it's real, I guess. And I cussed again, sorry Scott.
Kill me, man.
I don't want to write about who's brutal or religion, trying to throw, hey God, go God this, every second we get during a show we talk about God just to try to pull more people in. If I want to talk about them, I'll talk about them my own way, but I try to stay away from religion and war and stuff that a lot of people can relate to, but a lot of people don't like to go there at the same sense. So.
Our debut single, we put that up at 500 likes on Facebook, and it was Degradation Within. A lot of people have heard that.
Still today, that's still getting a lot of attention still.
More coming soon, but we have that one track, so we've got a lot of publicity for that. We've been featured on
blogging interview, a
like
couple radio stations,
3 or 4 radio stations. Yeah.
Like podcasts, a couple all kinds of stuff. Like I can't actually remember all off the top of my head, but like it's gotten a pretty good fair of attention. Indies Radio Underground.
Paper.
Yeah, we actually in a couple of newspapers. That was kind of cool.
All right. Well, what we have coming up, we have a series of shows. We're going to be playing with our good local friends, Creating Constellations. We're playing their EP release show here in the very near future, and I think it's the day before or day after. We're playing with our friends in Dismiss the Serpent. They're another good local. Then we're playing a Christmas show. It really benefits the community in December.
As far as which the shows lined up, we are actually planning to record our debut album soon, which is that's in itself is a saving grace. We went through like 4 different studios, like, and each time like it hasn't just been what we wanted. So now we actually finally get a chance to work with like our dream producer when he knows exactly what we want, and we're finally getting a chance to make that happen. So hopefully that happens sometime winter.
That's it.